All right, so I have some breaking bad news for gun owners and social conservative voters. We need to get loud in opposition to Chad Chronister as the head of the Drug Enforcement Agency. Let me break this down for you real quick. Chad Chronister is being tapped by President Trump to be the head of the Drug Enforcement Agency. He's the current sheriff of Hillsborough County, Florida, which is Tampa Bay. He is a huge gun control proponent who has said in the past that, quote, there should be enhanced mental health screening for anyone who wants to own a firearm. In other words, he wants these lunatic psychiatrists getting access to your social media accounts as a condition of owning a firearm. No freaking thank you. Chronister is a huge advocate and supporter of Florida's red flag gun confiscation law, and his department has used it in well over 1,000 instances to take away firearms from citizens in his county. That's 1,000 citizens, over 1,000 citizens who have had their Second Amendment freedoms stripped away from them without them ever being charged, tried, or convicted of a crime. Chronister he's a total moderate. He's way beyond a moderate. He's a Democrat pretending to be a Republican. He said, this is a quote now. He said that he's the most Democratic of Republicans. He said he's self-identified. He said that he's a hybrid of both parties, a fiscal conservative who is a social Democrat. Excuse me? Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, what is a social democrat? Everybody knows what today's social democrats, and that's what this guy says that he is. And also, you only have to go back a couple of years. You will see that he was actually a Democrat until enough people convinced him that he should have the same party affiliation or registration as the sheriff for whom he worked, and that was back in only 2017. I don't know about you, but I knew that the Democrats were insane way back before 2017, but apparently this moron did not. He even said that the right's gone way too far right for me. And that makes sense when you consider the fact that this guy is an LGBTQ HIV supporter who created an entire division in his sheriff's department to be a liaison between the sheriff's department and the LGBTQ HIV community. It's really gross. He even put out a video on his department page showing two dudes cuddling on a casting couch in the name of inclusivity. The guy walked in the Tampa Pride Parade. And I don't know about you, but these Pride parades are something to be ashamed of, not proud of. But there he was, Sheriff Chad Chronister, walking right alongside of that debauchery. But you know what's worse? This guy was a lockdown tyrant. He even arrested a pastor for holding church services and then went on television and bragged about how he was going to shut down anyone who refused to comply with his mandates, and it was a total and complete violation of the right to worship. Huge clot shotter mandate guy. The word on the street in Florida, and I've seen this in many articles, is that a lot of candidates won't go get jobs with his department because he is such a tyrant about medical health choices of the individual. And here's where it all comes into focus. Chad Chronister donated $15,000 to Obama in 2012. This is after the Obamacare fiasco. He donated $5,000 to the DNC. After he became a rhino, he switched parties from Democrat to Republican in name only. He became a big donor to Red Flag gun confiscation. Rick Scott, Red Flag Rick Scott, gave nearly $25,000 to Rick Scott, $800 to Susan Collins, $800 to Mitch McConnell, $800 to Tom Tillis, $800 to Joni Ernst. These are all of the people who torpedoed Matt Gaetz' nomination to become Attorney General. That's the kind of guy that Chad is. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would submit to you that we didn't boot out the Democrats out of the White House. We didn't, and Dave McCormick and Bernie Moreno didn't spend millions and millions and millions of ad dollars against the radical left's social agenda, like sexualizing kids, just so that we can stack the Trump administration with garbage piles. like Chad Chronister. Trump is getting bad advice from some idiot, and we need to stop them from sabotaging this administration, because I don't know how many more opportunities we are going to get to fix this country. So please take a moment to contact your U.S. Senator, no matter where you live, and tell them to vote hell no on Chad Chronister as head of the Drug Enforcement Agency.